Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. So let's continue our series. So in the last session, we just discussed with one program, right, where we had written first program in Java using Eclipse IDE. But today we will be writing a similar program using IntelliJ. So IntelliJ is like more professional and in organizations, professionals, they generally prefer to use IntelliJ as an IDE for writing Java programs. Okay, so let us first start, or let me first show you here the IntelliJ, how it looks like. So on a simple browser, obviously you need to download this IntelliJ software, and once you have downloaded, and then you have to install it. Once it is installed, and if you're going to open it, you will get one welcome screen over here. Now in that, you have an option of new project. So you can create a new project here and give a name to it, right? Let's say we are discussing Java basics. Okay. So also ensure like JDK would be selected, that is 21. Now let's click on create button. So the default window which will get open here as Java basic with the project name in SRC folder, there you will find one, or you will get one particular main class. Similarly, if you want to create further more classes, go to the new and then the Java classes, you can add it. If you want to create a package, you can create a package, that we'll see later. Now in that name, what I'll do, the very first thing is I'm just going to remove everything, because that was just a template that by default you are getting. Now we know that program always starts with public static void main. Okay, and then string, and simply we have written args. After that, we want to print something. So for that, we have written system.out.println. And then let's print hello all. Okay. And this is our simple program. And here you see a one icon, a green icon over here. When you click on it, so the program will get executed successfully and you would be able to see your output here. Correct. Similar way, if you want to go to the terminal and you want to execute it from here, you can also do that. So simply I'll just get into this SRC folder and I'll write Java C, and my program is Java C main Java and Java main. So it is also executed successfully. Now let's say we have selected a JDK 21 version, right? Now let's say if I remove here the public and then static, okay? And I'll also try to remove this string off. What do you think? Whether this program will get executed or not? Yes. But right now what you see that here the green icon is not activated. Okay. So first thing is that we also need to activate, because obviously every program, every Java program always starts with main, but that main should be a public static, correct? So here what we have to do, because we are using a Java 21. So in that Java 21 onwards, fine, this is the syntax that we have to remember. That's it. So public static is not mandatory, string args it's not mandatory. You can simply write void main as well. So what we have to do just to execute this as well? Can anybody? So you can just try it, but I'll just show it here. First thing is that you need to go to the file menu, and in that project structure, go to the module section. First, you need to ensure the SDK that we have selected, obviously the 21 by default, and then the module. Now in that module, the language level here, it is taking it as default, the project default. If you're using a 25, you can select a 25 here. So primitive types and patterns, like, this is the latest in the latest versions. So we have so many updated features now. So we will also be discussing on all those new features, right? But here I'm just going to select a 21 preview, right? And then click on apply and then say okay. So once you have done it, okay, you see that it is activated. This green icon is activated, and just click on this run main.java, and you see that your program is running successfully. So if you see in my notes also, I have also mentioned find what we have to remember and we have to just select it. If you are making like all the settings for the entire project, just select the project, select this SDK, ensure and just revalidate it. Go to the module section, select your language level. Okay. Then if you also want to execute it using or maybe on terminal that you want to do, fine. So for that, you have to also select this build and run, or you need to go to the run debug configurations. So where you will get it, if you just go to the file option, and here you have the settings, right? Now in that setting dialog box, here you see that one is what? Build, execution and deployment. Just select it, and in that compiler, you have to select Java compiler. Now in the Java compiler, here we need to write enable hyphen preview and then click on OK. So if you want to execute like on terminal, this is also required that you have to either write it manually or you have to set it as what? Add VM options, and in that VM options you have to write hyphen hyphen enable hyphen preview, which we already did. Now, if you also want to open the terminal, and then when you write the same command, java c main java, you see that it just got compiled, and then you can execute it. That is the Java main. But here what it says, the public static void main is not working, right? So what you need to do, first thing is you need to give this command. Maybe I'm just giving it here, Java C. It is enabled. Now the second thing is if you want to execute, again you have to write what? Enable hyphen preview, and then what is the file name that we have? That is main. So now you see it just got executed. So these are the two ways, or maybe the settings that you have to first follow. And after that, either now you can execute using this particular run option, or maybe on the terminal itself, if you want to execute, you can. So in our upcoming, obviously, the series, we will be following the Java 21, or maybe the upgraded version, or with all the updated features, so that you can enhance it, and then you need to focus on your logic part rather than now the syntaxes. So it will make your life easy, it will make your work easy, and programming will also very simple now for you just to learn Java as compared to then Python, because most of the learners or the beginners, they have this query that we have to write enough code in Java. But now we need not. Okay, so don't worry about that. So let's wait for another video. So in that video, we will be discussing more, obviously, the topic in the next series, like data types, the variables. So we will be completing like the core Java, and parallelly what I am doing, I'm just planning to start the Spring in the Spring Boot as well. Those who are already familiar with the core Java, so at least they can start watching the Spring frameworks. Okay, so thank you all. If you have not subscribed our channel, so do subscribe, and let's wait for the another video.